And guys, we have these big teas. This is the smaller version. There's the larger one with the handles. And you need to collect every color, okay? So there's new color. Here comes the other one. Right, there's the big tea.
That's big.
It doesn't come with stickers. You have to get your own stickers, okay? But your big tea is going to be awesome. So while you're drinking, while you eat, I mean, it's water. It's water, okay? Gotta stay hydrated, right? So I'm all about wholesome cooking. And guys, there's so many things out there that we fill our bodies with. We don't even know that we are eating them, okay? But when you, like Pam said, are making it yourself, you know what you're putting inside, okay? So we're gonna make some Brussels sprout salad with pecans tonight. And this is a great spring summer recipe because I don't know about you guys, like when it gets hot and humid, I don't really want to eat heavy foods, heavy greasy foods. But I love a nice refreshing salad. Okay, so we're going to use Brussels sprouts tonight. I am going to talk about our Fruit Smart system. Okay, all your fruits and vegetables, they need to be in a Fruit Smart container. Okay, they are going to prolong the life of your fruits and vegetables. And today, with today's costs, if you're buying organic, even if you grow them out of your own garden, you want to prolong the life of your fruits and vegetables. Okay, so our Fruit Smart system have this unique venting system, so you can put different vegetables that belong in different settings. Okay, you don't want to put broccoli with the strawberries. If you put broccoli, you're a heavy breather. You know what I'm talking about, okay? Strawberries do not want to be in the same room with broccoli, so you want to separate them into their own containers. Now this is your small deep right here, which I have my Brussels sprouts in. And then according to the veggies, there's a little printed chart down embedded inside of here. And there's like a half circle, closed circle, and open circle. I know you can't see it from over there, but trust me, it's on here. And the broccoli, the Brussels sprouts fall under the open circle because they need more air to circulate around them. Every single Fruit Smart has a grid on the bottom, okay? All your veggies are made up of pretty much 70% water. They're gonna create moisture on their own, and that's okay, but you don't want them sitting there. If you put your finger through a mushy cucumber, gross, okay? Have you ever had like the wilty, mushy lettuce, open up the crisper drawer and all you find is the Dead Sea? You know, all those veggies floating around, brown, yeah. I know it's happened to you, to me. All right. Anyway, so you want to take your vegetables and put them in the Fruit Smarts. I can tell you a lot more, but we're gonna make some recipes. Now the other system I'm gonna use here is the master system. Okay, this is a must-have in everybody's kitchen. Now, once you have the base, it's all about the base. Okay, you gotta have the base. Once you have the Tupperware base, you can add on the different accessories. We have a meat grinder mincer accessory. You want to do your own chicken patties, your own hamburgers. You want to grind your own meat. You want to do any kind of grinding. You want the meat grinder accessory. Okay. You want to do zoodles? Oh my goodness, why buy a bag of zoodles? Okay, they cost you $6, $7. A zucchini costs you $1. Okay, make your own zoodles with the spiralizer accessory, and it does a lot more. And then what I'm going to be using here tonight, and this is definitely, if you're going to get the master system, you're going to want the grater shredder accessory. Okay, so this is the grater shredder accessory, and no matter what accessory you're going to use, you're going to take the base, and you're going to slide on your accessory. Okay, and then you're going to make sure you're on a flat, solid surface. So these banquet tables, plastic tables, picnic tables, it's not going to work, okay? But your flat countertops, your islands, all that kind of stuff is going to be perfect. So I've got a glass plate here. It might move around a little bit just because we don't have a section down here, but I'm going to turn this until it suctions on and it locks in place. And I'm going to show you that if I was on a table, I could use a table, okay? So I'm going to show you how it lifts up this glass right here. Okay, it is suctioned on here. So if I was on a countertop, this is not moving. I can grate and all that kind of stuff, okay? Now, I love using the medium impression bowl, all right? So these bowls come in a 3-piece set. They nest inside of each other. But the one you're going to want for your master system is the medium one because it fits perfectly underneath the grater shredder, okay? And if you're using one of those hand graters at home, I finally got rid of it, okay? Went to Goodwill. Because you're shredding and all of a sudden you're getting to the bottom and either you keep shredding and you get your knuckles and your fingernails in there, or you're gonna have to eat that piece of cheese. All right, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. But cheese is everywhere. It's flying everywhere. I don't care if you have it over the bowl or not. This is gonna go right into the bowl. And you can grate everything from cheeses to potatoes to vegetables. Now it comes with the 2 graters right here. One is a thinner grate, and my ethnic friends, my Slovenian friends, Slovak friends, they like to do these fancy nut rolls, and I know there's a name for them, but I don't know what it is. They don't want to use the chopper, okay? The chopper is great for chopping up nuts, but if you want to make those nut rolls, you need a more of a creamy pasty. So they like to use the thin grater right here, okay? Because that'll give them a more creamy paste instead of the chunky little odd pieces of walnuts, okay? So they like to use this one. And then this is your regular shredder for doing your cheeses, hash browns, potatoes, carrots. You can use this one. But tonight I have one of our extra cones. You can get our 3 sets or trio cones. This is our slicer. I've been doing this one for my cucumbers, potatoes, if you're doing scalloped potatoes. But tonight I'm going to use them for my Brussels sprouts. Okay, you want them thinly sliced, and I don't know. You could take a knife and try to slice these little guys one by one, really thin. It'll take you some time, but we have some great cutlery for that. But we're not doing that tonight. We're gonna take the easy way out, and we're gonna toss a couple of these little guys down the side of here. I've already washed them. Well, I don't wash them. I just take that little stem. If there's like a little stem, that little wood piece at the end, you don't want that in your salad, okay? So I already trimmed those up. And then you take the plunger, whatever you want to call it, and you just put it right there, and you just turn. And I'm telling you, you don't have to have a lot of strength to do this. My mom is 88, and I've been blessed in this business to work it around my lifestyle. When my kids were little, they like to help me in the kitchen, and this is like a fun tool for them. And you want to create some memories in your kitchen, have fun gadgets for them to help you with, all right? So mommy, she's actually pretty strong for an 88-year-old, but she's stubborn, but she doesn't want to do something. Anyway, she can grate the cheese, okay? So we give her a little piece, and we have her push down, and she grates it, so she feels like she's helping out in the kitchen. So it's pretty fun. So you can see how effortless this is, grating right inside of my bowl. So I'm not going to have a big mess to clean up. It's going to keep going right down inside of here. I'm going to break this up, and it calls for about a pound of Brussels sprouts, but I don't know about you, I never measure anything, so whenever I feel like it looks good, it's gonna be what it is, all right? So I'm breaking this up. Look at this. This is beautiful. You pay a lot of money if you pay for pre-shredded vegetables in the grocery store. Do it yourself. I don't have to spray it with anything. It is all natural, okay? So I'm gonna do a little bit more here. Oops. Okay. Potatoes are fun down inside of here. Hash browns, like I said before. Okay. And just keep on going. And you can do this. It'll take you a long time to do this. All right. You want to save time in the kitchen. You gotta get some of our systems right here. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna do a couple more. Okay. All right. So we got our Brussels sprouts nice and shredded here. Okay. Thinly sliced. Okay. Now we're going to add to this some pecans, okay? Now you could just throw them in here, but I prefer to toast my nuts, whatever it calls for, pine nuts or cashews or walnuts or pecans, whatever it is. I love using our micro-pro grill. Are you using the micro? Okay, so we're actually going to preheat the micro-pro grill for 2 minutes. It has some special plates here, and I'll tell you about it while we're preheating, okay? Clear. There we go. All right. So the micro-pro grill, I'll explain it when it comes back out, but it has these special plates in it. Okay. Whatever you can grill, do in the oven, you can pretty much do in the micro-pro grill. Okay. And actually, it's okay. It's just thinks it's trying to turn, but it's not. It's not turn. Anyway, so the carousel is not big enough for the micro-pro grill. We have a little one, portable one here. Microwave. But the grill, I'm telling you, you preheat it for about 2 minutes if you want to grill something. If you want to grill a hamburger, sausages, anything like that. Chicken. I can take some chicken, and I love to marinate it first. Okay, because marinating actually removes the carcinogens when you're actually barbecuing or grilling on the outdoors. But so it's really good. It gives your meat so much flavor, and it tenderizes your meat too. So I take the chicken. I'll preheat my grill. Now you can put a piece of bread in there. And then I'm like, well, then I have to eat the bread. Then I don't want to eat bread. Okay, I'm trying to stay away from that kind of stuff. So I just preheat it. Put the grill in grill position in the microwave 2 minutes, and that'll get those plates to almost 500 degrees. Okay, so that way when you put your nuts in there or your meats in there, it's going to start grilling. You don't want to put the meat in there and then have it come to 500 degrees because that's not going to grill like you want it to, okay? I put the chicken in there and season it, whatever, and then 3 minutes, flip it around, 3 more minutes, and in about 6 minutes, you've got grilled chicken. You can slice it up and use it for, you can meal prep with it, put it on salads or whatever you need to do with it. Sausages in the morning, breakfast sausage, throw those down inside of there while you're doing everything else. The sausage is grilled, okay? And it's so easy to clean, all right? And there's a lot of other things you can do in the microwave. So now I like my pecans a little broken up, but not chopped, okay? So I usually take them, and I probably should have brought another bowl, but I didn't. So I usually just take them and I just crunch them up with my hands, okay? I just crunch them up so they're small. I don't want them so powdered because you use the chopper and you're gonna get all different size pieces. Some are gonna get really, really fine, and I don't want that for my salad. I like a little crunch to my salad, so I just take my pecans, if you have whole pecans, and it doesn't take much, okay? Just kind of do that. And I will share with you that this business has taught me so much. I would have never thought that I would be talking to you live, okay? I used to be an engineer, loved what I did, was in corporate America, when I was starting my family. And they don't give you time off because your kid is sick. I mean, they do, but they don't get paid and all this kind of crazy stuff. Oh, and I was paid salary, so it didn't matter if it was 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it was when the project's done, 60, 70 hours a week. I'm driving home, and my husband's like, what time are you gonna be home? I'm like, I don't know. I'm doing 0 miles an hour on the highway, okay? So I was 8 months pregnant at a party, and you know, your hormones don't really know what they're doing at that time. Come on, Loretta. All right. You do need to be careful. There's a silicone wrap around it, and if you notice, it is metal, okay? And people are like, well, you can't put metal in the microwave. You're right, you cannot put metal in the microwave, but if you have the right ratio of the silicone wrap with the metal plates, Tupperware has an amazing research department designed this so that you can't put it in the microwave. And these plates attract the microwaves, okay, and will heat up to almost that 500 degrees. So it's going to get hot. So either have some oven mitts on there, or make sure you're grabbing where the silicone is, and you'll be all right. All right, so it's nice and heated, okay. Oops, there we go. I'm gonna put my pecans down the side of there, and I want more pecans, right, Pam? More. All right, love pecans. And when you toast your nuts, you are gonna get you're gonna get those oils, and that's gonna give you really good flavor. Okay, now, like I said, you can throw them in there just like this, but when you roast them, it just adds a little bit of extra to your foods, and everyone will want to know how you did it. You don't have to tell them how much. Thank you. And this is just like, try for 3 minutes, okay? When you go to someone's home, have the host put the products in the microwave because she knows how the microwave works. Okay? All right, so we've got our Brussels sprouts right here, and then we are going to toss in some olive oil, and guess what I forgot? Dang, I tried to like mentally go through this. Oh, yeah, I missed that one. All right, add some olive oil. So we're gonna be fat-free tonight. Although oils have gotten a bad rap, all right? There are good, healthy fats for you, and they are olive oil, avocado oil, MCT oils. Those are good, healthy oils for you, okay? And you should have them in your diet. All right, so while we're waiting for that to happen, I'll just pretend I just throw some olive oil on here, and you're gonna use our gorgeous large dispenser from Tupperware. All right, and I'm gonna add some, you can add some chives. I'm gonna add a little bit of green onion to this. I just love the way green onions give you a little extra flavor without using onions. Sometimes the onions are just a little too heavy for me, okay? So I've got those down inside of there, and I'm going to add some salt and pepper. I was just gonna take the cover off and do this, but I won't. Now, I love using pink salt, okay? You can use your kosher salts. I love the pink Himalayan salt. A little bit healthier for you. If you have high blood pressure, I swapped out. I remember my mom was still living alone, and I swapped out her pink salt, the white salt for the pink salt. So then she started using sugar. She thought the sugar was salt because it was white, right? And so we're eating these broccolis and everybody's like, wow, these are the sweetest broccoli we've ever had. And I'm like, this is weird, Mom. What did you do? So yeah, she was using the sugar for salt. So that was bad. If we're gonna do that, take the sugar away. All right. She lives with us now, so I don't have to worry. All right, now the next thing I'm gonna add is lemon juice to this. Let it sit out. If you're gonna start cooking, baking, and you're gonna need lemon juice, you wanna take your lemon out of the refrigerator. You can leave it on your countertop if you want. I usually put them in my fridge, and if I know I'm gonna bake with it later on or I'm gonna need it for juice, I will take it out, leave it on the countertop, so it gets to room temperature. It will be ready to juice for you. Now, if you forget to do that, you could pop it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. You can roll it around, okay, and get it primed for that too. Whatever you want to do. Love the guards on our knives, so you can put them in your camper if you're traveling, summer picnics, take them with you. Slice right through that lemon. And I'm telling you, I will never squish a lemon or a lime again without my lemon press, okay? I'll be right back. You do not want to over toast. You do that, and then you're not doing that, all right? It doesn't take long to roast your nuts. Now, you can do this in our gorgeous cookware too, okay? So just enough. When you cut, oh, I can smell it. Can you smell it? Now you know they're toasted and they're done, all right? So I'm gonna leave those in here just for a second. All right, where was I? Oh, lemon lime press, okay. Oh, yeah, because every time I think, oh, I am too lazy to grab my press, I'll get seeds, and then I have to pick up the seeds, and especially if you're having entertaining friends, you don't want seeds to be in your salads, okay? Oh, and I forgot to do this. I like to add a little lemon zest, okay? This will just give your salads a little extra, and that lemon skin, that zest from the lemon, is going to add a little more flavor. The oils in here are in the color of the skin. So when you start zesting, do not zest when you see the white. When you start seeing white, you need to stop. The white is very bitter, and you don't want that in your salad, okay? But just that, you can smell that too, all right? Can you smell it, Tony? You're on your side. And this is an amazing grater that we have at Tupperware. Make sure you hook up with your champion Tupperware consultant and ask them about these amazing systems that we have. All right, now I'm gonna take this half a lemon. I've already used some of it. I had actually assessed it earlier for something else. All right, and I'm just gonna grab a tablespoon. I wanna show you how much juice comes out of this half a lemon. So I have a tablespoon right here, and I love our Tupperware measuring utensils. They don't tip over. Okay, so if you have oils and you want to prep your stuff ahead of time, you can just prep it all and you don't have to worry about it spilling. This is 1 tablespoon. I barely squeeze this lemon, okay? If you do it by hand, not gonna work. Juice of half a lemon. So they want a whole half a lemon. Be careful when it says that and you're gonna use this. You probably don't want that whole half a lemon because it's gonna be very, very acidic, okay? So I'm just gonna wing it now. Just wanted you to see how much juice you got out of there. Now, there's still a lot more juice in here, so I'll put this in a Tupperware container and save it for later. You can also use this lemon rind right here as a scrubber for your stainless steel. If you have cookware that has that brown gooey gunk on the bottom, okay, you add a little juice, like squish a little juice on there, warm your pan just a little bit, and you're gonna take your scouring pad, which is your lemon rind here, and just use it like I'm telling you, your stainless steel will be like crystal clean, okay? All right, so we've got our lemon in here. We got our seasonings in here. Did that timer go off? I don't get it anymore. What am I doing? Timer, that was yours, wasn't it? All right, and I'm gonna sprinkle these beautiful pecans on here. And I have that beautiful olive oil in here. Didn't you guys see that? I'm gonna take my spatula, give it a swirl, and this is something you can do with your kids. This is a great side dish. Add a little chicken. Now that this is warmed up, I would add my chicken to this. You could add some chicken on the side, and you've got a delicious summer salad. You could bring this aside. You know, someone asked you to bring the side for the picnic, and you're just like I'm gonna be rushed. I don't have time to make dips and salsas and all this craziness. A little bit of lemon juice, a little olive oil, okay? And you've got yourself a gorgeous salad for your spring and summer eating. All right. Have fun.